Okay, so hello. So we have our lentils ready and they're ready to be mashed. So what I have like several bowls here. So we're going to drain our lentils into one bowl and then just save the liquid. Okay, so now we can get rid of this. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So we're draining the liquid out. Okay, and then you want to like give it a good shake. And then we pour it into the big bowl. And then we save the liquid. So we have this up here. We have our potatoes going. So here's our binder. It's butter and flour that's been on heat. And then we have our air fryer over here. And so we're gonna use this as a binder in the lentils. The butter and flour, and you want to kind of like burn the flour, the flour. Okay. And so literally, this is what's so awesome. If it's not enough, then you just, this is going to be perfect because it's still warm enough to coagulate. And I always recommend saving this on the soup from the lentils because you can add it to whatever binder you use, whether it's almond powder or what have you. So it's up to you whether you want to completely mash them or not. Or keep them whole. Everything else, all the other ingredients are pretty much melded together like a game of cards. They're like, it's all melded. It's fantastic. So we're gonna I don't think I used enough binder. Unless I put this on heat, then I know that it will harden up. I've never done, I probably should have worked this out before I got live. But I can actually like maybe put this in the microwave to see if it will thicken up, but then you'll have to wait for it to cool down to try to make balls and make your burgers. What we will start is this. So this is potatoes that I put a couple ice cubes in to pull out the starch with water. We're just gonna like do this and use the same. After all, it's not meat, it's vegetables. You can use the same, right? Okay. So we're gonna put it back in the bowl. Before it goes in the air fryer, I have one of these. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. You can use whatever spices you want. Okay, I have to tell you, when I start to make bread, you'll see what my best friend is. It's bagel seasoning, like whatever. Hands down. If you're too poor and you have to use white bread and olive oil, use bagel seasoning. It's not going to matter. Okay, so I'm going to add olive oil to my cut fries. Okay, so we're going to just give them a shake and a stir. You can add adobo seasoning. This is really cool. So it's a Mexican spice, or you can add an Italian spice. You can make Italian fries, Mexican fries. I'm going to go ahead and leave the salt off here just because my mom's really salt sensitive. And then I'm going to rinse this out really quick. We use our air fryer a lot. And then we're just going to pop them in the air fryer. And then just consistently check on them like every 10 minutes or so. So this is going to thicken. I'm going to let it cool. And then I'm probably going to, I might add a little bit more binder. So you can literally use almond powder, almond flour. You can use any type of grinded nut as a binder. You can even use egg because it's a bean. And then you can have your cow cheese and all your condiments. You can have your cheese. Nobody's going to know the difference. When we, oh, I'm so excited to show you. When we get into the garbanzo beans or the chickpeas, the consistency of like the meatiness of the garbanzo is absolutely amazing. I want to play around with different spices. And although I know you're not supposed to use meat bouillon, I'm almost kosher. Almost kosher. Okay, so with that being said, so I just sprinkled some olive oil on our bread, and after the French fries are done, we're gonna just stick them in the air fryer, and then we're just gonna dress it up. Now, if I don't have a chance to get back to you, with the lentil burgers, just roll them up into a ball and just roll them like a hamburger. Put it in the fryer. Put a little bit of whatever you use to fry, and then wait until the edges are brown. Pop some cheese on it. Pop a lid on it. Make sure the cheese melts. Put some heat on it. And it's so fantastic. And just put it on your bread. I'm going to try to get back to you and show you the conclusion. But if I don't, yeah, you pretty much know like how you can rock lentils and every other type of bean. We're going to do mung beans. We're going to do garbanzo beans. We're going to do lima beans. Lima beans. Burgers are out of this world. You have no idea how much fiber and vitamin packing, like amazingness that a lima bean has. You don't have to eat it with pork. You don't have to eat it with butter. Like you can actually make lima bean burgers. Okay. All right.